Hey guys, Steven here, Fanatic Perspective, going to 5,000 subscribers, September 7th, Texas LSU. But today I'm here to talk about my Cowboys. As I come back, I got to talk about Zeke. You know, we can never have a clean offseason. We can never have a quiet offseason. It's always got to be something. Obviously, we've all seen he was handcuffed in Las Vegas, courtesy of the TMZ video that came out. Only detained, not arrested. He and his girlfriend, they were, having some sort of argument. It looks like they're both inebriated. She didn't look like she was wearing any pants. Looked like she just had a thong on. But then upon further review from investigator Steve here, it looked like she had some see-through pants, but with a thong underneath. That's neither here nor there. However, with Zeke, he gets into a little bit of altercation, not even altercation, gets into, he gets face to face with the security guard. Looks to me, and I might have my cowboy glasses on right now, you guys can chime in. Looked to me like the guy took a dive, saw an opportunity. It's Ezekiel Elliot. Everybody knows who he is. He's sticking out like a damn sore thumb with the LeBron jersey on. That's a whole nother thing. But question is, should we be worried about Zeke? Should we be worried that the NFL takes action against him, knowing that they may have a zero tolerance policy against him? He was suspended before without being convicted of any crime, 6 games for what he did, which was obviously much worse than, what he was accused of was much worse than the videotape that we just saw. Now with Zeke as well, should we be concerned about his decision making, putting himself in these situations? And then obviously, Zeke on the field, right? He has had over 1,200 carries his first 3 years. He is only 23 years old. And some of this is he is only 23 years old, in terms of the off the field stuff. But all that, taking all that into consideration, I am slightly worried about the brother because I worry about him because I don't think he's self-aware. I don't think he recognizes that he's a target. I think he's just like a person that generally just wants to go out, have fun, has every right to go out and get drunk and get hammered and have fun with his girls, his guys, whatever. But I don't think I'm not seeing the self-awareness personally. And I'm only looking at it from the lens of what I see presented to me and him as a football player. And I don't know him personally. All right. But, when I'm looking at it, it's, I don't see you moving with other people that can get you out of those situations, whether it's the bar situation or, whatever. Like some of these things, as your celebrity and fame increases, you got to move in a certain light where things are more private. And many of these athletes are starting to learn that the hard way, especially in the social media age that we're currently in. Ezekiel Elliott right now is not as self-aware that he's Ezekiel Elliott and that people are checking for him. You saw the way that TMZ camera was following him, every move he made, even when he was going to get some French fries, which that's the go-to drunk move, that or pizza. But you're Zeke, and just the look, and look, I want all these brothers to have success. I want him to make as much money as possible from endorsements. I don't want anything, especially off the field, to deter him from reaching his goals. And it's frustrating because he's such a valuable asset, not just the productivity on the field, but in the locker room. The example that he does set with the way he practices. He is a hard worker. He does take care of his body. I know that was another thing that people were debating and whatnot, which was silly. But, all those things are in his favor. So the level of concern, I'm looking for you, Cowboy Nation. Where do you guys fall right now? Because I am slightly concerned, and I advocated this, going back to last season. Yes, we did draft 2 running backs, one more of a specialist type and one more of a traditional runner out of Ohio State. And but at some point, all these things culminating, is the player going to learn? Is he going to take care of himself long term? Because the last thing I'll make is we're getting into the money right now. Because he was a first-round pick, he does have that 5th-year option, so we really don't have to look at this until next year because they're going to give him the 5th year. But look what's going on with Dak right now. Dak's buttoned up. He's going to get his money, and I'll make a whole another video about that. But, guys that have shown, I think that's one thing that affected DeMarcus Lawrence, to be honest with you, and why it took him a little bit longer to prove himself, because he was a little bit of a knucklehead off the field before. And yes, part of that is just being the target of being a Cowboy, all right, because across the league you're seeing this. But when it comes to Zeke Elliott and whether or not the Cowboys choose to commit to him and that position, because he does play a little bit more of an expendable position than others, long term, you have to be buttoned up across the board. Bottom line, you got to move better, got to move with smarter people, you got to make better decisions, sound decisions. Don't put yourself in these situations. I'm not saying you can't go out and have fun, but you can't end up on camera with TMZ with the camera up your ass. It just can't happen. So that's just my 2 cents. He should not be suspended, though. I say all that to say he should not be suspended. I know I mentioned at the beginning of the video that the NFL may have some sort of zero-tolerance policy against him, and that's going to be another thing that we have to see and potentially could be concerned about. But with there not being an arrest or anything like that, but then again, the guy got suspended 6 games and there was no conviction. So that's neither here nor there. Good to be back. Hit me up, chat with me. Love to know y'all's thoughts. Make sure you're following us on all social media accounts. I'll have that in the description, as well as the TMZ video for anybody that hasn't seen it. But overall, good to be back. Like I said, over and out. Peace.